Yes, genes do sometimes change. Heredity changes. And the changes are called mutations. Such changes down through the ages are the basis of evolution. Every now and then, on rare occasions, nature strikes a wrong key.
Well, now, back up, please. You fucked that line. Nature strikes a wrong key.
Every now and then, about once in 100,000 generations or more, a gene doesn't copy itself exactly, pulls a boner.
And this is called a mutation?
Yes, and if this mistake occurs in a germ cell, it can be inherited. All over the world, hybrid corn, genetically bred, has saved farmers and consumers millions of dollars, greatly increased our supply of food. The principles of genetics have also been put to work in breeding poultry for market and for egg production, in breeding hogs and beef cattle, in growing oranges and grapefruit, lumber trees in Sweden, and rice in Japan. Witness this most fabulous genetic creation.
Oh, looks mighty good.
Dr. Baxter, I can see how scientists do wonderful things with nature's mutations. But I was wondering, do they know how to cause mutations?
Yes, they do. And man-made mutations are one of the important scientific questions for the modern world. Scientists have found that mutations can be artificially induced in several ways.
Again, I suppose the mutation means that something happens in the cell.
Have they found out what happens?
Scientists have photographed irradiated cells and find that strange things happen. But to me, the greatest service any science performs, therefore its most practical aspect, is what it adds to man's fund of knowledge, the knowledge of ourselves and the world we live in. One of the most exciting fields of science today is the continuing search to find and identify those invisible units of heredity that Mendel imagined 100 years ago.
You think they'll ever see what those units look like?
Well, they're getting warm, and the road they're taking is leading them close to the secret of life itself. One of these chemicals was later found to be present in the chromosomes of all kinds of cells, one called deoxyribonucleic acid, known by the letters DNA. Unbelievable as it seems, we can transfer heredity from one strain to another through the substance of DNA.
Well, gee, what kind of stuff is DNA?
Using physical and chemical clues, scientists have been able to figure out how the DNA molecule looks in detail. This concept, one of the most brilliant theories of modern science, this model represents only a short piece of a DNA molecule, magnified many times. Its proportions are deceiving. The DNA molecule is only 1/10,000,000th of an inch in diameter. But the DNA molecules in your body, if laid end to end, would reach to the sun and far beyond. The thread of life. Notice the structure. The pieces are linked together in two intertwined chains, forming a framework like a long spiral staircase. The steps of the staircase are of 4 different kinds. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We've made models in school. Those balls represent atoms, don't they?
Yes, there are hundreds of thousands of atoms. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus, linked together in a fantastic array that spells the living gene.
But can you say a bunch of atoms like that are alive?
Can they grow?
No, but put them all together into a DNA molecule, and in this molecule you have an essential quality of living matter, the ability to reproduce, to make copies of itself. And of all the molecules known to chemistry, only DNA and its relatives have this ability.
That's extremely interesting, Dr. Baxter, but there's something I don't understand. You said before, genes make us tick.